Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's right here, Epic Audio, a new video. I just got home from work, and while I was driving home from work getting my Chick-fil-A, I stumbled upon something that happened on Twitter. Apparently, I don't know if this was talked about in the esports report or whatnot, but they're apparently talking about changing the competitive rule set a little bit for Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. I'm okay with that, 100%. Every 6 months there should be a different change in the ban because if you play the same list over and over again the whole year, it's gonna get really boring, really repetitive. Everyone's using the same crap, so it's okay to shake things up a little bit. You know, like last year we banned some stuff like LMGs, shotguns, and blah blah blah, and the MTAR became like the Vector, and the year before that we got rid of like sentry guns, and then we banned like the FAL and the Cap 40. So it's good, it's healthy for the game to halfway through, especially after champs, the second half of the year shake things up and change the game a little bit. So I'm okay with it. I'm not okay with what was talked about. Apparently, I don't know if this was on the esports report. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's MLG's like show. They talk about things. It's kind of like Sports Center for Call of Duty for the most part. But anyhow, Benson tweeted out thoughts on fast hands being banned and them changing the pick 13 to a pick 12. I just want to give you guys my opinion on that. I'm gonna give you my opinion on what should actually be banned and why I disagree with what they're thinking of because how the game will just become literally the same. Um, okay, fast hands. I don't think it should be banned. Is it dumb? Yes. Is it overpowered to an extent? Everyone uses it fast hands for the most part, and it's not because it's that good. It is good, but the problem with fast hands is it's the only fucking perk in that category that's good. That to me is the problem with that. So if they ban fast hands and they remove pick 13, make it just a pick 12, all you're doing is getting rid of fast hands. So I'm still using two stuns, overclock, lightweight, blast, suppressor, toughness, sub, or bow with three attachments. Or I'm using overkill with LMG and a sub or bow, whatever, IMR, all that crap. It doesn't really change much of the game. There's still so much more, I feel like, things in the game that are unhealthy for the game right now. Mainly overkill. This is what now I'm gonna get into my opinion now. Overkill is the number one problem in this game right now, as well as the IMR and the MLG. Those are the three biggest problems I mean in that game. I'm gonna go with overkill first. It's a problem. Everyone's using it. When you start seeing overkill being used in respawn, and you're seeing it in all the game modes, not just search. You're seeing it in hardpoint. You're seeing it in uplink. You're seeing it in CTF. That's a problem. A lot of people use it as a crutch. A lot of people have the LMG with the sub in their back pocket, or especially in S&D. Snipe. You see ASM1 snipers. You see BAL snipers. You see IMR snipers. You see BAL shotguns. You see IMR shotguns. You see LMG subs. You see LMG snipers. It's just stupid. It's literally dumb. That's all you see people do is use like 8 overkills, and it's so boring. It's so lame. That's all you see in game battles. That's all you see in GB S&D tournaments. That's all you see even in the COD Pro League. That's all you see people use now is literally just overkill in S&D. And even like I said, even in respawn, it's starting to roll into respawn because everyone's using LMG with the sub because it's really good and it's really easy to use. You have an LMG from a distance. You have to break a hill. Let me switch to my sub real quick and break the hill and switch back to my LMG and push out that lane from a distance. Instead of pushing out physically, I can sit on top of the hill or sit near a hill with my LMG and push out the lane that way because they're not going to fucking attack you because you're not going to lose the gunfight. It's the fucking LMG and you have 100 bullets. That's my next point. So I think overkill needs to be banned. That's the number one thing that needs to be banned. Number two is the pie. I'm not the pie take. Well, I'm talking about the pie take a little bit too. The MLG 100% because it's really dumb. It kills in 3 to 4 shots. It does the BAL's job better than the BAL in a sense. I've said this in my last video or two videos ago. I talked about the MLG. I feel like it needs to go. They should also ban the pie take just because everyone will probably just use that if it does go because they're both similar. Like it's an LMG with 100 bullets. You can put thermal on there, make it dumb as shit. Although the pie take is worse because it takes 3 to 5 shots to kill and it shoots slower. The MLG shoots faster. But I would rather nip it in the bud before it becomes a problem because that's what everyone will run to. Because that's what people tend to do. If they'll just use the next best thing when you ban, like last year when we banned the Bulldog, everyone was still using shotguns. Everyone was still busting out the other three that the TAC 19, the MTS, and the other fucking I don't remember the other one, the F5 or F6, something like that. But anyhow, so yeah, definitely overkill. The MLG, the IMR. Now you can argue the IMR. A lot of people can argue with the IMR. I know Ty, my own teammate, will argue with me with the IMR, saying it's not that bad. Me personally, I think it's stupid. I play a lot of S&D tournaments. I play three, two to four maybe if on a good day or bad day. S&D tournaments a week, like 3v3s, 4v4s, 2v2s, whatever. And of course, I play a lot of game battles, and we scrim a lot. And people say the IMR sucks on LAN. That's fine, but 90% of the game, even for pros, is played online. GB matches, S&D tournaments, 2Ks, 5Ks every weekend, and the COD Pro League is every day. You're playing 2 matches a day, 6 matches a week. You're playing online 90% of the time. And seeing people do good online just so they can get to LAN and have a better season, and they shit the bed because the IMR saved them. And it's stupid. Like, they're using IMR the whole time. I'm a fucking guy with IMR. Oh, I'm second place in the league. Or something. I'm not saying whoever's in second place, I'm not trying to diss anyone. I'm just giving you an example. Like, oh, we're high up in the league because we use an IMR, but when we get to LAN, we're going to get 8th place because we fucking suck. That's what could happen. It might happen because you have a better internet connection. I'm not going to lie to you guys. My internet connection's in between. It's not the greatest, but it's not the worst. But if I had host, my IMR's got a shit. My IMR's godly, just like anyone else's. If you have like those fucking NASA connections that everyone says, FiOS or Google Fiber, if you have that type of connection, you don't even need to have host. Your IMR will just be godly. But if you have host, your IMR is gonna be godly, and it's stupid. It's literally dumb because you can one burst everyone, and it's just like you have no chance of fighting that back. It's just literally no chance. The only way to beat it is to sit back in a corner further behind things with an LMG, or stun rush them, which is risky, or use your own IMR, of course, and hopefully you outgun them or out-internet them, because that's the whole point of the IMR. It's an internet gun. The IMR probably stands for like Internet Machine Rifle. I don't fucking know. That's pretty funny. That's pretty much it. I think that those 3 are the biggest problems. So again, I don't agree with it. We can let's do a change a little bit. Like, if they were to ban fast hands, literally all you're gonna see is people using cold-blooded, especially in S&D, which thus creates no one using thermal anymore, which kind of eliminates that problem, which is fine. But it's like it's kind of dumb, Like, everyone's just gonna be using the same class anyway. Like I said, maybe we've suggested this already. Move a perk up to perk 2 to make it useful. Me personally, I thought about this when I was driving home on the way home. They were talking about. Remember, I don't know if you guys remember this, but I definitely do. They were talking about mute device might be a perk eventually if people didn't like it. Maybe they should do that. Maybe they should move toughness to perk 2. You have blast suppressor and hardwire in perk 3, but mute becomes a perk in perk 3, which thus creates a diversity. You can have blast suppressor and hardwire. You can have blast suppressor and mute, like a dead silence kind of thing for search, and then hardwire, fucking dead silence or whatever, and then risk having blast suppressor off there so you don't be heard. That creates a diversity. That's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. I think the idea sounds great. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below if you guys think that would be something kind of interesting if they did that, something like that. Because that, to me, if they did that, banning fast hands wouldn't be a problem. I feel like banning fast hands, the only reason that I feel like it's a stupid problem is because it thus creates perk 2 to be completely useless. Peripheral sucks. Blind eye sucks because no one uses streaks half the time anyway. Cold-blooded it's there, we use it for S&D, and then Gung Ho, I don't want to turn into a Gung Ho format where everyone just uses Gung Ho, because I think Gung Ho is shit. So it's going to be useless. It'll just be a useless perk slot. So maybe we should maybe we should put toughness up there, make mute device, get rid of it, and make it a perk like dead silence. But that's pretty much it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys agree with me? Do you think that the Amelie should be banned? Do you think the IMR should be banned? Do you think Overkill should be banned and fast hands stay, or should all of that go? All 3 plus the 2 that they're thinking of as well. I mean, it'll change the game up a lot. I mean, I'll still enjoy it, but I'm just saying, I feel like all of that needs to be changed for sure. But let's wrap this video up. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a like, and if you're new around this part, please be so kind to subscribe button. As always, if there's ever a problem, just hashtag race and peace.